Shalom, this is Yawan Don with the Men of Valor Camp, or, I should say help to the Men of Valor Camp. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, shouts to GMS, and the elders that rule well in sincerity and truth, and shouts to, of course, and blessings to Men of Valor, and also DTA as well. Today I just want to do a quick, talk about Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. It says, set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of the heart. So, we're carnal individuals, and we're people that, follow our hearts and our minds, and we do what we want for the most part. I mean, long story short. And the scripture right here is saying, this is Solomon, I believe if it's Ecclesiasticus, if I'm not mistaken. Shalak, if I am. Um, but yeah, he's saying and follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not, shall who control me for my works, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. And that's the thing. So Joe Button's got a line I love. I got on my knees, told God I had a plan, and he laughed, and that's real, because at the end of the day, we don't control what we think we control. This is the Most High show. So for us to be so prideful and thinking that we have tomorrow promise, yo no sé mañana for, my brothers that's Latin. But for us to think that we have that is, that's not cool with the Most High, because he can take it away tomorrow. So say not, who shall control me from my works, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. So, work on that pride. Let's get rid of that pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have come unto me. And that's probably a thing that I think we've all dealt with before, because we haven't felt the repercussions or the consequences of our actions, of our sin, of our premeditated sin, that we just kind of continue in that, and the Most High going to pay you back for that, for that for sure. Pay me back for that shit for sure too. Like, I ain't no exception to this rule, or to the scripture. So when I speak on these things, I also cut myself at times. So say not, I have sinned, in that harm have not happened unto me, for the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. So he gonna get you. He gonna get me. It is what it is, and you just gotta pray for mercy and just try to get better in your sinning, and make sure that you're not just continuing to do it. And sometimes you've come too far where you just gonna have to get your ass whooped a few times for the Most High, and Lord willing, after that ass whooping, he still love you like a son, Lord willing. Concerning propitiation, be without fear to add. Be not without fear to add unto sin. Let's just look up propitiation, because I'm retarded. Let's look that up. Proportion. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm not looking for that. Propitiation. Oh, propitiation. My apologies. Yeah, see, I'm retarded. The act of propitiation, the act of gaining favor or making things right with someone, especially after having done something wrong. So it's saying, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. Don't. So that's pretty plain, man. And trust me, like I said, anything that I'm talking about, I've done, and I know I'm gonna pay for it. So I'm just saying this to be an example. Be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. Exactly. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. So the Most High hates sinners, and his mercy is great, but we're not supposed to just abuse it. We're not supposed to abuse his grace, and I know I've done it, and I'm not proud of it, and I know I got to pay for that. I know I got to, be dealt with for that, and it is what it is. I made my bed. But just to those brothers out there, verse 6 says, and say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified, because he's not going to be pacified. He's going to repay you for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. Make no tarrying to the Lord. Make no tarrying. This was my point. This is what made me look this up. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Um, so I mean, you know what? I'm gonna just be straight, because this is how we need to be with brothers. So make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord. So, you know, I've definitely, fucked up a lot in this thing and learning this thing and maybe taking it for granted. Um, but it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. But the point there is just like, don't tarry, turn away, try to do better. And I say that because like I sinned earlier. Like I don't want to watch a porn, but you know we human, we fleshly, we got into I watched the porn, and I immediately felt bad afterward. But at the end of the day, that's still sin. That's adding on to sin. And I know there's other brothers out here with that demon. That's why I'm just going to be straight up. It is what it is. Um, Other brothers with that demon, and what I did, I could have went to sleep and just fell asleep on it, or whatever the case may be. But nah, if I'm a sin, let me do a video and edify some brothers, because at the end of the day, I'm not the only person with that demon. And Lord willing, I can, like I said, be an example or a vessel for somebody else that may be able to be greater than me, because that's what it's really about. It's not about being great yourself. It's about helping the next man get on his dean, or his be greater, or come to the Lord in some capacity. So even if that's my only job here is to fuck up and tell you I fucked up, then so be it. But whatever it is, I gotta figure out a way to make it right, and not tarry or put off, because I could have did it tomorrow. I could have been like, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow, but we not promised tomorrow. That's what it said in verse 3. So we can't have the pride to say, I could just do this tomorrow, because that's not going to be guaranteed. So make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in that day of thy calamity. So, I mean, you could do some corrupt, wicked shit, whatever you got, man. It don't profit you when it boils down to it. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. It ain't gonna save you. Or now not that every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner to have double tongue. And I mean, that's pretty plain. That's just being a hypocrite, being two sided. And I mean, I've probably been that too. I've probably been that as well. But just try to be mindful. I ain't gonna say be mindful. Be aware of, cognizant of your actions and your imperfections and the things that you're doing, and try to correct them. We can easily, and it happens, man. It's kind of like drugs. You kind of like, you know what? I can't get any better, so I'm not gonna try. And it happens, but you gotta just keep trying. You gotta fight. Um, be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere. And with patience give answer. If thou have understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon their mouth. So, I mean, that's pretty plain. If you know something and it's to benefit the brethren, or somebody that's sincerely asking a question, then answer them. And if you don't know, then shut up. Honor and shame is in talk. Honor and shame is in talk. And the tongue of a man is his fall. So, honor and shame. So, just watch what you're saying. Watch what you're saying. Be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with thy tongue, for a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon a double tongue. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So I mean, that's the whole chapter there. So again, that's Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. But and this is, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So just know what you're talking about. Try to be all things to all people, all men, if you can. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's also what elders are for, what Akim for, what brothers are for. so we can so you can build yourself up and learn more. Um, with that said, I mean, just that sinning and that pride, man. Just Lord willing, we're able to wean ourselves from those things. Lord willing. Um, but I say these things to just say all praises to the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Brothers pray for me. I pray for brothers, and Lord willing, we make it to the next step if it be the Lord's will. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I pray. Amen.